Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. That's reeled in. It's Williams.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Caught near the sticks, it's Thomas. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Turning it on! He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. To the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Grab behind the line. It's White. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
The give is to Williams. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Turner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And first down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
They kick it away on fourth down. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Trying play action. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Slings it downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
It's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Quick step and go. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Catch in the middle. It's Brown.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Got a man. It's Williams. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Cross Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The RPO, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Time with the extra point. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Complete on the comeback. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Noles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with it. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This Mike backer is showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? He's bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. They're working that left side. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on first down. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Klubnik. Got it in the middle, it's Haynes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Randall. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Finds his tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Randall. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look. Turning it on! He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for space, it's Haynes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the handoff. Ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Snagged in the middle. It's random. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Randall. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. Lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Seminoles send out the punt unit. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle, it's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Makes the grab on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness, knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
And the Noles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
I tell you got to have great timing on these out routes, and the QB and receiver had that. Quarterback put it right out in front of him. Receivers just got to be able to make the play.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
The give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
Run in the red zone. It's Haynes. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Skips away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. The sure hands, it's White. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Got him downfield.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play-action fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Got room at the 35. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Caught behind the line. It's White. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On the direct snap, it's Williams. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, no!
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Tiger. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the returner will be brought down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll... Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the boot, looking for his man. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
This offense has it with really good field position. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Good timing on the quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw again. Got a man. It's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Castellanos. Using his feet to buy time. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bring in the heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.